Hey, Red Panic. This is the second time I have to record this. The first one didn't capture any of my voice audio, so this is going to be the third time I've watched your demo. Hopefully, we get it right this time. Anyway, like I said, I watched through your demo. Your fundamentals are not bad. Your crosshair placement's good. Your aim's pretty decent, and for the most part, you know what's supposed to happen. Uh, on this map as far as like your setups, what needs to be smoked, what needs to be flashed, and whatnot. So we're just gonna try to just nitpick, and we're trying to eliminate as many mistakes as possible. Okay. Uh, Going up in ranks is not having the best aim. It's not having the best game sense. It's not having uh, knowing all the smokes and map awareness. It comes down to eliminating these small mistakes. Okay. Uh, so let's just get into it. Your team decides to go up cat, which is not bad. On a note here, while we're here, uh, you need to smoke the Xbox here. Smoking doors I guess it's not bad, but you have to be aware. If we just let's restart this round real quick. You just have to be aware that they can peek you from the back wall here, and they can do something called an NOA stack, which is just somebody just boosting someone else over the smoke, and they can watch cat from there. Uh, to counter that, all you gotta do is just throw a smoke that lands on the Xbox. I'll show you that smoke after this demo review. Okay, here as the entry. I'm not sure if you played Source, Counter-Strike Source, but you can you were able to hide back here in Source and not be seen, but you can't do that here in Go. So you actually see this guy as you're coming up the stairs, but you don't really catch it. So as this entry fragger, your role is to clear the site and get as much info as possible. Uh, like I mentioned earlier, you're really aggressive, and you have to slow down a little bit and be a little bit more thorough. Which being aggressive is fine, but you have to match that aggression with your thoroughness. Okay, you can't just fly into sites and not clear anything. You got to clear these corners here. You got to clear goose. You got to clear ramp, and you got to clear elevator and CT. The box here. You can't just fly in and go straight to lock. You have to clear things. That almost cost you guys a round, but you guys clinch it. Kill this guy, and this guy was able to kill two of you, but you traded out. Not bad. Um, Not a bad post plant, and not overly aggressive. Play it pretty well. Then you hide, let your teammate get this last kill, which is not bad. Just fast forward to this. Okay, here. This is a huge mistake, okay? You guys won the pistol round, and there's no reason not to buy head armor. You absolutely, at the very least, need to upgrade your armor to head armor. You can get away with not buying a weapon, especially if you're buying an op by the fourth round. But you don't. You opt to buy a rifle. So I thought that's what you were trying to do, but you didn't do it. So if you win that pistol, upgrade your armor and your weapon if you're just going to buy a rifle on the fourth round. The current meta, I'm not sure how often you watch pro games, but the current meta is if you win pistol, you need to upgrade your head armor and possibly your weapon, depending if you want it up. And if you don't win pistol, it's okay to force on that second round on both sides, both CT and T side, because you can buy that fourth round. So what you do is you lose pistol, you armor pistol the second, and then on the third you full save, not even a pistol, nothing. You could probably get away with one guy with a smoke or something, depending on the map and what you want to do. And then on that fourth round, you can buy. Again here, it's you see this guy, and in your mind, I guess there's like, if a guy's window, that you can't be anywhere else. You have to be thorough when you're playing the second entry or the entry. You have to clear your car. You got to clear corner, Humvee, plat site. which isn't, which is it's really important. Again, this is really, I haven't mentioned this, I don't think, but it's just a matchmaking game. I know it's really low rank, but at higher ranks, at like MG2 and above, you're really going to start getting punished for these small mistakes. I'm not sure how serious you are about improving at the game and whatnot, uh, but you just keep that in mind. Fallen from SK Gaming has a few videos where he talks about like roles and whatnot. And he mentions that the purpose of the entry, which is a great point, is to create space for your team. Okay, uh, but when you take that into consideration, it's not pushing straight through the site and just dying mindlessly. Okay, so for example, here it's a this guy's about to die. It's about to be a 4v5. There's no reason for you to to make a play here. You guys have the bomb site. You're gonna plant. It's gonna be a 4v5. There's no reason to come flying out door like this and just get yourself killed. That is just a really bad idea. So you can carry that into your other games. If you're up on numbers, 4v5, 3v5, you don't have to go hunting for the frags. Okay. On the other hand, if you're on the 3-man team against a 5, and then yes, you have to be a little bit more aggressive to even up that game. We'll just skip this. You guys win that, and you win this eco round as well. Again, you definitely need head armor here. This USP could have killed you with one shot. This guy that spent no money could have killed your investment of half armor, 2 flashes, and a nade, which is what's set 2, 4, 3. That's 7, and then half armor is 600, 650. So you spent like over 1,000 to just get killed by a guy that hasn't spent anything. Again, it's about eliminating these small mistakes, okay? And then that if you would have gotten killed by a guy with a USP, then that means you have to rebuy armor, rebuy nades, rebuy a weapon, and that's going to shatter your economy, especially when you have such low money. So, just food for thought. Again, the smoke here, your teammate smokes mid, and then you smoke mid right in the same spot. You got to throw that smoke here on Xbox. Or if you really want to just throw it at the door, you have to chuck a flash at the door, like make it bounce off this right door, and then bounce off the left, and it'll hit the floor. Or you can just throw it over or whatever. But just keep that in mind. Really careful with that smoke. Here, I think you get scouted, or no, you get UMP'd. Here, just a small tip for you. If you have the bomb here, oh, and again, you got 1 tap because you didn't have any head armor. You probably would have just gotten dinked if you had head armor there. So again, just eliminating these small mistakes. Also, tip, if you run up against the wall here, the bomb won't fly over the edge and hit CT. So if you're in a team setting or you're in higher levels, just keep that in mind. You want to hug this wall back here. That way the bomb doesn't drop into CT, which doesn't really matter because your team is able to clutch around. But it could have been really disastrous. So here you have a rifle, but you run out with your Glock, which is I found that kind of odd. And then right here, it's another pretty big mistake. You don't get punished for it. You get pretty lucky. You're playing against not the greatest people in the world. Excuse me 1 second. However, if you were playing some decent players, they wouldn't have forced this for the 3rd round. They would have been saving to buy on this round, the 4th round, which means they would have had ops, proper rifles, no SMGs. So you could have gotten easily punished here. And the meta for a Dust 2 game is you usually have 1 guy B, 1 guy mid, and 3 guys A, or you do 2 guys B, 1 guy mid, and 2 guys A. Either way, you either have an opper at mid or you have an opper at A. So this wide peak here, you could have gotten really punished for it with an opera playing barrels or playing in CT, or even just another guy playing car with a rifle. Uh, so just keep that in mind. Is take the time to be thorough. Use your smokes, use your flashes, um, use your mollies. Don't make these unnecessary peaks all the time. Just slow down. Just be thorough. I'll show you a smoke for the cross later on. Here you have the right idea. You need car. You smoke the cross, which is not bad. And then the same concept here. Your teammate should not be fighting there. He should just be crossing the bomb down. But he decides to look into the smoke and he loses it. This concept applies to more than one map. For example, if you're playing Cash and you're going B, and you smoke CT, there's no reason for the bomb carrier to look into that smoke because he can get spammed and then he gets killed and the bomb flies into CT and then that just creates a whole world of problems. And the same thing here. If you're that bomb carrier, hug that wall. Don't don't be looking for kills over the edge. And also, if you're crossing, don't be looking into the smoke because the bomb will get dropped in whatever direction you're looking. You guys are able to clutch this round. I'm not sure if you noticed. I want to just show you real quick. Let's fast forward this. Where are you? Right here. This guy has been shooting at you for I don't know how long. I don't know if you're using a headset, but you definitely need to invest in a better one if you are. Counter-Strike is definitely a game where hardware uh, plays a factor in skill, your skill cap. For example, if I'm playing a 144 hertz and you're playing on a 60 hertz, I'm more than likely always going to outpeak you, just simply because I have that higher refresh rate monitor. Headset, same concept. I'm going to be able to hear things that you won't be able to hear. This guy was shooting at you for such a long time, and you didn't catch on. Again, you're playing against a really bad team and players, but at higher ranks, nobody's going to sit there and miss you like 5, 6 times. And we'll just skip the rest of this. Again, no head armor. You gotta invest in head armor. You get a good kill here lower. You smoke mid. It's not bad. You get some cat control. And then here again, you have flashes. Use your flashes, use your utility. If this was like a normal game where people have a good grasp on how to play, there should have been at least one more guy here today. Be more thorough. Check your angles. Use your flashes. Keep your gun out. That's all I can really say. You guys win this round. It's not a big deal. Here again, it's not really your fault, but this guy needs to do his job as an entry. And then here again, on a normal setup, it'll be a 2-1-2. You kill 2 guys in B. Chances are there's going to be a guy spawning mid somewhere. So you have to expect this right here. Door needs to be smoked as well. That way, when you're coming up plat, you don't have to worry about door, and your game sense will tell you, hey, there might be a guy already peeking in window. There's usually a mid player on this map. Smoke door kind of misses, and you guys clutch this round. Not much to say. Next one. Again, smoking mid way too late and not in the proper spot. Right here, Your teammate got killed. I don't know if he called it or not, but your teammate got killed from a guy pushing long. Excuse me. Which should have sent off some alarm bells for everybody on your team to turn around and kill this guy. Nade definitely punishes that. It's a 3K. Here again, you have over 10,000, but you decide to buy a Bison. That is, and no head armor again. That is a huge mistake. You have to start buying properly. You have to buy a rifle when you have the money. You have to buy head armor, and you always prioritize head armor, over a weapon. Okay, and as far as like your utility goes, you want your smoke, either a smoke or a molly first, and then you want whichever you don't buy. So say if you buy smoke first, then you want to buy a molly. If you buy a molly first, then you want to buy smoke. Then flashes, and then an HE grenade. HE grenade should be your very last go-to grenade, especially if it comes down to like a really close buy. Smokes and flashes will help you get into sights as well as mollies. So just keep that in mind in your future games. No smoke door again. It's kind of hard to read if there's a guy here, but you have to be aware. If they give you a sight for free, you gotta be aware that they might be mid, or they might have like information on the other side of the map. Fortunately, this guy doesn't push you right away. Sort of like hesitates. You smoke door. Not a bad play. And you're able to win this round. Again, no head armor. No smoke on the cross either. You guys sort of like just swing out wide, which is kind of ballsy, but you're not playing the best players. I would start flashing the cross like you did earlier. I think it was on one of your anti-eco rounds. Smoke the cross, flash into it, then cross. Sort of do a plant for long. If you're gonna plant on top of the box, you have to make sure that they can't diffuse from the other side of the box. You want to like plant all the way at the edge, on that far edge. Let me see, like on this side, as far as you can on this side. That way they can't sit behind the box and diffuse. That'd be kind of disastrous. Here again, no smoke at the door until it's way too late. This guy just runs in. And you guys clutch this round pretty standard. The only thing I would critique here is you just have to call what you're gonna watch. Like say you're in this back corner, just call that you're gonna watch tunnels, okay? And then just ask someone, hey, Core, can you watch my window? Or Hobo, can you watch door for me? And then just focus on what you're watching, okay? And we'll just skip the rest of this. Here, they dropped the bomb. It's not really your fault, but however, just glancing at your minimap, you see that your entire team is mid, alright? Which should tell you, hey, they could be pushed upper and they can be pushed up through long. It's not your fault, just something to keep in mind, that you have to watch what's being watched and what's not. Okay, you can't always rely on your teammates in a matchmaking game, especially when you don't know them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I'll show you what the map's supposed to look like in a second after the summer review. Skip the rest of this. Here, you're watching mid with a AK. It's which is fine, but you have to jiggle peek. You have to jiggle peek this left side here, or jiggle peek from the right. Jump across, peek from the right side, jiggle peek it. Don't just stand there with a rifle. You're gonna get punished. Or you use a scoped weapon. Even a scout will work fine. You definitely have the money for an op. So, just a word of advice here. We'll skip this. Here you get the nice pick. You're watching mid properly. You get rewarded. Again, no mid smoke. Just gotta be careful. No sorts of flashes or anything. You guys just sort of run up cat, which is, you have utility. You know, you need to start using those utility. And you have a lot of money. I don't know why you don't have head armor again. Here, this guy completely whiffs on you. It's pretty funny. Just watch this real quick. And that's basically the end of the round. Here, breaking mid. So I can go towards B. I think you guys lose this round. People are just peeking way too much. Yeah, you have a teammate that flies out window, gets himself killed. You have a teammate that's not watching tunnels properly. And the best thing you can do here, let me see if I can get to it in time. When you take be fast like this, what you can do is leave one guy in tunnels, and he can just sit right here and watch tunnels from here, and then kill the guy as he crosses, or just sneak up behind him and kill him while he's fighting your teammates on flat or something. Sitting in tunnels like right here and jiggle peeking tunnels is kind of a really shitty thing to do, because it's happened to me where the timing is like, when I first started playing, is I would watch here, somebody would fight me in tunnels, I would freak out, come running over here, and then a guy would be already window because my teammate wasn't watching it properly, and I would get traded on. Or my teammate was back plat watching window, and there was a guy coming in through door and I got killed. So just some tips there. So some future games. Let's go back towards you. There we go. Last round. Also, I would start recommending doing a default when you're playing a pug like this. It's something that you can do really easily, and it doesn't take a lot of coordination. All you got to do is just call out to your teammates like, hey, I'm going to be working tunnels, I'm going to work long A, I'm going to work cat or something, and then just have just communicate like, hey, can somebody watch my lower while I work upper, or can somebody watch mid while I watch long? That's how you set up a default. It's pretty simple. You don't need to have 5 people go tunnels here, because in this situation will rise. You're giving this guy all the information in the world he needs to make a call as to what you're doing. So this guy pushes through long, sees nobody's long, nobody's mid, nobody's spawn, and then a call comes out, hey, it's gonna be B. There's nobody long, nobody mid, nobody spawn. This guy, all I had to do was just sit top mid, and just wait for your teammate to come out mid, or to fall back. Instead, he pushes through tunnels, and that right here, this guy's mistake should have won you guys around. However, you guys, again, like, you're really aggressive. I'm not sure if it's like a lower rank thing where you guys are all just really aggressive, but you're not thorough. There's a smoke you can do for mid to B. I'll show you that smoke after this demo review. This smoke right here is what cost you guys the round. If you would have had this guy smoked off, you guys could have had full access into V and taken it really easily. And then a retake scenario with an auto sniper is a nightmare. It's not the ideal weapon to have when you're retaking a site. Let's skip this. Your first pistol. The meta right now, I'm not sure how often you watch pro games, but the meta for pro players is you usually just buy armor on pistol rounds. You can occasionally buy some utility depending on what type of setup you want to do. A kit as well is also really highly recommended, at least one kit. And then for like your T side, what a lot of good teams will do is they'll have 4 people or 3 people buy armor, one guy will buy Tech 9, and one guy will buy utility, right? And the guy with the Tech 9 will drop it to a guy with armor, and then you guys can have him entry for you. Okay, you have a Tech 9, a guy with a Tech 9 and body armor. So he just flies in after the flash and like just plays that entry for that round. Just a tip you can do for your future games. Here you decide not to buy anything. Playing one person B is fine on this map. It's not like the end of the world. However, you're the only one playing B and there's nobody playing mid. Okay. As soon as you see that, again, just glancing at your mini map, having it zoomed out, and having that map awareness is really going to help you improve. Okay. Now, as soon as you see that you're the only person B, you don't get punished for it because you're playing really bad players. Okay. You should be playing back plat or playing in the window. Okay. Or in a situation like this, just spotting mid and giving them B could be a good idea. Fortunately, these guys don't play this well at all. They throw a flash and then they send just one guy into the site. Now imagine if they actually did this properly. You're playing against people that know how to play. Like they throw that flash in and then you see 4 guys running out of this tunnel. Okay, you probably wouldn't even gotten 1 kill. You just gotta keep that in mind. We're playing to improve, and you're doing a demo review to improve, not to win games. Get a lucky shot there. It's nice. You guys are running the pistol. And then here again, no head armor, no upgraded weapon. Again, any decent team would not be trying to run out long on a eco with pistols. Like a B rush is a lot more common on eco rounds. Some advanced things that you'll see is for like a B rush is one guy will throw a smoke off the wall and it'll land in between the box and the car, and then one guy in the back will have another smoke grenade to stop the Molotov, which is like a firefighter. You call that like a firefighter, but I'll show you that after this demo review. Here you have no indication that they're pushing B. Okay, you should not have thrown this molly. I would have definitely saved this for later in the round, or I would have used it right away. Throwing it when you can see in the tunnels and you see nobody there, it's just sort of just a waste of money. You're trying to like build up your economy. You gotta use your utility correctly. This situation right here, again, you're lucky that you're playing really bad players, but you had no head armor. All this guy had to do was just aim, and he would have killed you. Again, you hear him coming up cat as well, so I would definitely look into upgrading your headset or fixing your sound settings. But anyway, this guy, all he had to do was just shoot you once. He had no head armor, and you would have lost the game. Again, here you have nobody watching mid. You're not really aware of what's going on the other side of the map. You get flanked. We'll just skip the rest of this. No head armor again. There's no indication that they're pushing. Just save your utility. I play B for my team, and usually what I'll do is I'll smoke this first. and then my teammate will be window, just supporting me. I'll play up close at the car where your teammate is now, and then we'll wait. And then the person that's going to rotate off the map, it's going to smoke first, use the smoke first, and then go help mid or go help A or whatever. And then I'll use my smoke. If it's an eco, if I think it's going to be an eco round, I'll molly first, and I'll save my utility for later. But you got to save your utility. You got to use that a little bit more wisely. If you're peeking into tunnels and you see nobody there, there's no indication that they're pushing. Your teammate hasn't hurt anyone. There's no reason to use this molly. Just save it. Save it for later in the round. Get a good kill mid. And here your teammate's already pushed up long. I'm not sure why you left site. You have to anchor. You have to stay at the site or watch what you're watching until bomb gets dropped. If you don't see bomb, there's no reason to leave. You should just be sitting and watching your site. This mistake cost you guys this round. The only time you want to rotate off is when you see bomb and you have control of bomb. Here you buy an SMG and you completely destroy your economy here. You should have just saved this round. Not buy anything. Save so you can buy next round. Okay. You want to build your economy. Okay. There's more sides to Counter-Strike than just the fragging. Okay. You have to play the economy game. You have to be smart about what you buy and when. Okay. So just capitalizing now, instead of having a proper buy next round, you have to save one more round, which is going to give them another round. Okay. I'll touch up on that here in a second. I mean, a buy zone with no armor is not going to benefit you at all. There's no way you're going to kill an AK-47 with armor. There's no way. Especially on a map where aim is like the most important factor. If it's a map like Cache or like Cobble, you can get away with not having the greatest aim and just using your utility correctly. But Dust 2 is a really aim dependent map. There's lots of long distances that you can take advantage of with rifles and ops and whatnot. We'll skip this round, and then here again, instead of you get 2,400, yeah, you get 2,400 bucks now, and now you can't buy again because you decided to buy an SMG last round, and that's going to cost your team another round. We'll just skip this. I mean, you guys lose 7 more rounds. Here you guys should have been buying here. It's just really unfortunate that there's no like order in the economy. You guys in lower levels, they just seem just to buy whenever they want. Right here, you get this kill, and then you're able to get out. Right here, you should have just been running back to B and watch your site. Okay, the best way to improve is to consistently play one site. Okay, you don't want to go back and forth. You don't want to play B one round, go back to A, go back to B, go back to A, go back to mid. You want to play your site, and that's gonna help you individually improve and like practice on a map, and it's also gonna help your teammates by you being that consistent player that's going to be watching a site. Okay, I can't stress enough like how annoying it is when I'm in a pug and I've got a really low player on ESCA or something on my team, and he just decides to do whatever he wants every game. He just goes A, and then he goes back to B, then he goes back to A, then he goes to B. And it's just it just creates more pandemonium. Okay, here you got away with it so much. So my original point is you got away, you grabbed the gun. It's a 4v3. You have the advantage. They have to go to the site and plant the bomb to win. Okay, let them make the play. They have the 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 disadvantage here. Okay, grab that gun, run away, watch the site. No reason to fight here. You have the advantage. Skip this. Here, I think you lagged out. Again, just your map awareness is off. Map awareness is off, and then you get continued surprised by two guys here. You have two teammates pushed up long. Okay, all you got to do is just watch cat. Here, again, your aggression doesn't match your thoroughness. You have to be thorough. Okay. A lot of higher level players will have a guy somewhere in tunnels listening for a rotate, and he'll flank once you hear that rotate come out. Here you kill this guy, you continue to shoot, and then you don't hear this guy running up behind you, and that costs you guys a round. Skip that. Here you see this guy at Palm Tree, you see him. And you decide to chuck an HE grenade rather than a flash. You got to use your utility correctly. Okay, a grenade is not gonna scare a guy, or to have him turn away from a grenade to dodge a flash. Okay, yeah, you need to use your utility, yeah, and use it correctly. Yeah, two flashes on you that you could have used here to get yourself out. A lot of these rounds it's just a collective of small mistakes, and that's why the game got so close. You guys are making these really, really small mistakes, and it's costing you rounds. Here you're going back to A, and your teammate just pushed to B. Okay. All you gotta do now is just be patient. Be patient and just gather as much information as you can. Here you get lucky. You grab a gun, and you should have just saved here. I think they give you a few free kills. I think you get 3 of them. Yeah, you get 3, and then right here you have an op. You have to play the economic side of the game as well as the fragging side. 1 second. Excuse me. So, the smart thing to do here is just to save that op. It's such an expensive weapon. And then that in turn could allow your team to force up on the next round off of that op. This situation, this guy could have been anywhere. You had a very slim chance of winning this round. Here, your team is not playing Dust 2 properly. You got to have somebody spotting mid, or somebody in CT just watching for the mid to be. And then this guy was on you. You had nobody watching your mid to be, and that just eliminates any chance of winning. The bomb's already been down for a while, and your teammates are still on the other side of the map. It's not really, there's nothing you can do in a situation like this. You're not going to have the best of teammates in matchmaking, especially in Valve matchmaking. It's just not very good. this round. Here again, you use a Molotov when you have no evidence that they're gonna be rushing B. And you need to buy properly. You can't be buying half armor and SMGs all the time. It's not gonna work out for you. And here, just playing off of your teammate is crucial, especially on a 2v3. And you have no idea where bomb is. Bomb hasn't been spotted, so you shouldn't be running around like this. Again, if you were in B, playing B properly, waiting for the bomb to be spotted, you probably could have just won this round. You guys lose this round, you save the weapon. Again, you have to smoke mid here. You have to use utility properly. You don't have to smoke mid, but you need to try to avoid these small mistakes. Okay, if you would have just thrown a grenade off the wall right here, the smoke from the HE grenade is enough to block the view from T-spawn, so you can cross, and you can save your smoke for B tunnels, or you can just smoke B, or I'm sorry, just smoke the cross and just jump through. Either way, that could have avoided. That could have like helped you cross. They don't have the info as to how many people are playing where. You're just making it really easy for the T side to see how many people are playing where. For example, if they see just one person cross, I mean, any decent team is going to take advantage of that and just push through that one guy in B. Again, you use utility kind of early. You hear a grenade go off in B, so what needs to happen now is you just watch tunnels and your teammate watches mid. You have to watch your sight. Okay, and it's also now that you're watching it and nothing's coming out, you have to let your team know, hey, there's guys in tunnel. They can come out lower. Watch your lower, watch your mid, and then just try to coordinate. Like, hey, can they come up cat? Can they come out mid on me? And that's how you're gonna win. That's how you're gonna win these rounds and close out games. Again, bomb is. I don't think he spotted bomb in lower, but the bomb's not down yet. You have no idea where these two guys are. You have no idea. You have to watch your sight. You have to be dedicated to watching your sight. Okay. You can play the rotator. So for example, you have two guys B, and then one guy can rotate out to watch mid and help the mid guy. But somebody needs to be anchored at each site. You guys grab bomb, it's lower, and you guys will win this round. Last round. Here, you can throw a flash mid if you really want. You have to throw it kind of deep, that way it actually blinds the guy picking mid. Or you can use the HE, or you can use a smoke to cross, and then saving your utility for tunnel. And if you have an op, you should be playing window or back plat. You don't want to be playing door. This is not a good spot to be in. You don't want to be here with an op. You guys end up winning this round. Yes. I'll do a recap after I show you what I'm talking about as far as the map and some of these smokes. Usually I'll do this with like a session, not really a demo review. But since this is your first one, just add some stuff in here real quick for you. Okay, so first thing is my mini map. It's kind of zoomed out, as you can see. So if I'm here, I can just occasionally look at my mini map and see that, oh, my mid guy left. I know my mid's open. So that'll prompt me to smoke this and then go play mid. Or I can go straight to back plat and just play from back plat. Okay. Or I can see that if I'm on T side and I'm working mid, I have nobody watching long. I'd be like, oh shit, okay, I gotta go watch long for a little bit. Or if I'm flying up cat, which happened in one of your rounds, is you had all 5 of your teammates fly up cat, and some really basic game sense should tell you like, hey, I probably shouldn't plant here because long's not clear. You don't get punished for it because you're playing really low level people, but in a normal setup, there would be at least like 1 or 2 more people a day. I think you get like 1 entry. I forgot to point that out, but you get 1 entry into A, and you guys just plant here. What you could have done is you had your entire team come up cat. You know cat's clear. All you gotta do is just plant right here, plant for cat. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna go for just showing you things. Just the smokes now. The first smoke is right here. You don't want to smoke doors. You want to smoke the Xbox, which is lined up there on the floor, and then the tip of this wire here, and that'll bounce off the roof, off the wall, and that'll smoke right there, and that'll let you cross safely. Okay, and then you can throw a flash like this, and that'll flash a cat, and you can fly up cat, and then here at B, you don't want to like do one of these, come out, and then come over here and then smoke it. What you want to do is, your best bet is to come like peek this, make sure it's clear, make sure you have room, and then just come here, smoke the doors off the box here. Oops, not like that. That's horrible. And then just smoke the box here. Okay. Right off the wall there. There we go. It's wildly inconsistent today. You get the general idea. You don't have to expose yourself from window, but yeah, you get the idea. And then the last smoke, the normal smoke where you bounce it off the wall here, that usually leaves some big gaps on both sides. I know there's like different ways to line it up where it'll be a little bit more consistent, but the best way to smoke the cross is right here. You get in line with this little blue dot in between these 2 wires, and at the height of this one, you just chuck it. Just left click it, and that's going to bounce off of here. That's going to bloom right in CT. Okay. You still are going to have to flash across, just like with the smoke here. You want to just flash as deep as you can, and then cross. Because if a guy has a scoped weapon, he's going to be able to see over it. Can't really tell because of the smoke, but I'll throw it one more time so you can see. Make sure that blooms. they're going to be able to peek over that smoke. So you still want to throw a flash here in CT when you're trying to cross. And that is all I have, man. Just to recap, just you got to slow down your aggression, okay? Or you have to be thorough with your aggression. Like make sure you're clearing corners. Just be sure to use your utility. Don't just fly in, especially on pistol. When you're coming up here, you can see a guy hiding here. All right, you don't just fly in and look this way and not look towards Goose or Long or whatever. So just be thorough. Use your utility. Use your flashes. If you have flashbangs, just chuck them over the wall, and you can peek off of that. You don't have to just come flying into the site. You can even just throw a smoke here, and then come over here, throw a flash, and then that'll let you cross really easily. Then you can just kill the guy waiting for the cross. Using that mid smoke on Xbox, using your utility correctly, and when it's appropriate. If you're peeking into tunnels, and you see nobody there, there's no reason to waste a Molotov or an incendiary grenade in tunnels. You gotta buy head armor when you can. When you win the pistol, you have to upgrade your head armor, and I recommend buying an SMG, like a MAC-10. I'm not sure if you're aware, but MAC-10s give more money than a rifle. So right here, the kill reward's 200% compared to a rifle's just a default. I think it's like $200 for a rifle kill. And then it's like something ridiculous for an SMG. I think it's like $600 for a MAC-10 kill. Okay, so it's definitely okay to buy an SMG after you win the pistol and just farm kills. Try to get as many kills as you can. Okay, within reason. Like play with your teammates and everything. Zoom out your map. Just be aware of what's open and what's not being watched. Anchor your sight. Don't rotate when you don't see bomb. Yeah, and if you have the numbers advantage, if the 5 versus 3 and you have 5 players on your team still alive, there is no reason to keep fighting. All you got to do is watch sights. Force the T side to make a play. Okay, they have to get the bomb plant and they have to kill you guys in order to win the round. All right, don't give them that opportunity to bring it back. All right, that is all I got for you, man. If you have any other questions, just hit me up. I do demo reviews for 10, and then I do sessions for 15 an hour. If you have any other questions regarding what I've gone over, or just any other general questions, just please just let me know. You're definitely not bothering me. I love helping people out. And if I go to my friends list, hold on. Where's it? Here we go. I've done a lot of demo reviews and sessions with people. There's a lot of people that can testify on my behalf. I did a lot of demo reviews on CSGO School. I'm on EGG and I'm on Gamers. Okay. I've got playoff experience. You can just read through my bio. I got some playoff experience. I've got IGL experience. I'm well versed in the world of Counter-Strike, and I really want to help people improve. I hope this demo review helps you, and good luck to you, man.